Welcome to the next level with Keith, where clarity replaces confusion and simple systems lead to real freedom. Every episode begins with intention, music that centers your mind, lifts your spirit, and prepares you for transformation. This is your space for growth, your place to reset, your moment to rise. Rethinking your thinking, because when you shift your mind, you shift your money. Stack and grow, where small, intentional steps turn into lasting wins. Simple strategies, real progress. Your circle, your currency, because your network matters. Mobile money moves, business, income, and empowerment from the device in your pocket. This isn't just talk. It's guidance. It's strategy. It's movement. Welcome to the next level with Keith. Let's begin.
Well, let me say welcome to the next level with Keith. Super excited tonight. And I'm telling you, if you're joining me now, just get your cup of maybe some hot chocolate with some really nice swirl of just whipped cream and just sit back and let's relax and learn some things and enjoy some things and have a good grand old time. And this is episode 1. So that's for me is historic. Episode 1. How amazing. Looking back at where I started and now where I'm going. And again, I'm very excited. And let me just start off by saying how grateful and how thankful I am for this moment. Not just for life itself, but for health. You know, I'm not 25 anymore. And many folks, I've not gotten to my age. And many folks are at my age, they're like, it's over. They can hardly walk, they can hardly breathe, they can hardly move. But here am I, feeling like a young lad, all right? And I'm thankful for that. I'm grateful for another good thing that's about to happen this month. My BD, that's my birthday, y'all. You know what it said? It's the most wonderful time of the year. Yes, it's Christmas time, y'all. And it's my birthday on the 24th of December. I'm excited. And guess what is happening again? My new book is dropping on the 24th. When Fun Is Not Funny. And I'm telling you, that book has a lot of interesting stuff happening inside of it. I'm telling you, When Fun Is Not Funny is not a joke. It's serious, but it's funny. So I'm glad for that. So we have a lot of ones and first times happening here on this podcast. And I'm super excited for that. I thank God for my producer, One the Million, of course, and for those behind the scenes who you don't see, but because of those individuals, we see what happens here. You know, as I look to get into this segment here, I thought about how many years I did videos online. And I'm like, thank God I did all those practices those training because I'm telling you, when there's a first, you tend to get a little nervous, a little anxious, but having the experience of doing it over and over again definitely come into play. Definitely helps. So for that, I am thankful. So embracing adaptability in the age of rapid change. That word, at one point it seems, a bit, laid back, cavalier. But in these days, when you say adaptability, and when you talk about how things are changing so rapidly in front of our eyes, being able to adapt is a very critical and very vital thing that needs to happen if we want that growth. Because here on this amazing platform here, I'm looking for freedom chasers. All right. They're folks who are maybe you contented with your 9 to 5, and maybe you're contented with your 2 or 3 jobs, and maybe you're contented with trading time for money. All right. And maybe you're contented with the mundane. But there are millions of people out there, just like me, who are freedom chasers. We want options. All right. Rather than one vacation per year, one or two or three. All right. And how about taking somebody with us that we can pay for? That'd be cool. All right. We can make choices. And I think that's direction towards freedom. And so here you look at adaptability, gaining financial independence, right? It's a better life, right? And I think that it's possible. And many folks are doing it because they are taking an approach. They're first opening their minds, all right? And that's a start. And as you land here and you stay here, my desire is to bring value and keep on bringing it. Like they said, you keep coming, I'm going to keep bringing it. So here, all right, you either grow or you go, all right? We are in serious times. And you look at the world, you don't have to go far to see what's going on with the economy. How many thousands are losing their jobs? All right. How many thousands have lost their jobs? And no, we have AI. Some of the jobs have been lost already, and it's going to be lost. All right. So the idea is that what are we doing in preparation for ourselves and our families, our legacy? What are we leaving to our kids? All right. So we want to know that as we open our minds, then we will definitely get to see that this word adaptability is going to be a very key component in getting us started on the journey of what? Having that freedom that we desire. All right. So let's look at this. We thinking, you're thinking. Have you thought about that statement before? Rethinking your thinking. I once had a conversation with a young man recently, as a matter of fact, recently, uh, and he was very hesitant in investing in a coach or a mentor, right? Young man, I'm sure he has more experience to gain and see life a little differently. But this young man here is very astute with the cryptocurrency thing. He's very astute with those kind of market and how it works, and he's developing. And so he's practically giving me mentorship in that. And so when he said, just out of nowhere, when he said, I wouldn't pay for mentorship, I mean, I didn't judge him, but I kind of took the mirror and turned it at him and said, listen, think about this. Here you are, you're giving me mentorship and some guidance, because I'm very ill informed about the crypto market, how it works, the coins, how to really decipher which coin to buy or which crypto to invest in, that kind of thing. But imagine if I went behind your back and told someone that I would never invest in someone like you who gives such value. How would you feel if you heard about that? And of course, he paused. He said, I see your point. That's one example of rethinking your thinking. You see, I think, people say blacks in a whole. I think our history sometimes dictates sometimes what we do and what we say and how we go about things. And I think too often I find in my community, we are more concerned with what we are supposedly losing opposed to what we're gaining, right? We are concerned with what we're going to lose. What do I have to give opposed to looking at what am I going to gain, you know? And so the question was not meant to judge, like I said. It was not was to make him rethink his uncertainty, all right? Because I've been there myself. I have. For years, I promoted all types of different programs and marketing companies and call it direct sales companies, different types of lotions, potions, pills, juices. Somewhere in communication, somewhere in techie, in the tech field, and some were just, I deal with legal stuff and credit restoration. I mean, I did it all, in a bunch of companies. And I realized that I thought I was failing because I didn't see a quick return. I didn't see where it got me to where, I could pay my bills off. I was really, in that profit mode. I didn't see that. And I felt like I was a failure. And I'm sure many of you right now might be feeling, I'm a failure. I've tried X amount of things and nothing seems to be working. All right. But it wasn't a lost cause. It wasn't a lost cause because I was building a foundation. I didn't really know I was, but I was building a foundation of knowledge, right? And experience that would take me to the next level. Why I think I'm calling this show The Next Level with Keith? Because I got to realize that I'm a brand. You're a brand. And we've been taught that the brand is over there. And to the point where people spend their last dime for a brand or somebody else's brand so they can feel better about themselves, feel bigger about themselves. And I do get that point in it, right? Because, of course, we want to feel a part of something bigger than ourselves. So we rather this brand or that brand because it speaks bigger than us. All right. And so I now can appreciate looking back how those so-called failures became my weapon to win, right? It became my weapon to actually win. And never underestimate anybody who have gone through years of failures and years of trying things and so-called falling. We call it now fall or fail forward because that's what's happening. We're failing forward. So once we get the language right, we get the words right, we align our words with our thoughts and our actions, you and I become unstoppable. Period. We become unstoppable. And so that's why I'm excited to be here, and having the knowledge was a big part of me being able to build something like this with the right team, the right community. And again, I can even expound on that. Having the right community is another important component. All right, uh, the right team. around, and it does stems back to what? Mentorship, coaching, education, those kind of things. It's all a part of it. Changing your thinking means seeing setbacks what? As a part of the process, not the end. Right? It means understanding that that investing in yourself, whether through coaching, like I said, mentorship, education, is a step towards growth, right? And some people may grow faster than others, but once you're growing, that's the idea, all right? It's not a risk to avoid. Life is about risk, really. We do take risk, right? It's a part of what we do, whether we want to or not. But sometimes seeing it not as a risk, but as something that, that can actually be beneficial to me in the long run, all right? I mean, you think about a mom and a daughter, right? The mom has six, seven kids. The daughter has none, but she's pregnant now. She's scared out of her mind. She's going to the doctor and she's wondering what's going to happen. She's nervous. She's shaking. And mom is like, it's going to be okay, baby. I got this. Because she's been there. She's done that seven times over. She knows what you're feeling. She understands it. So the coach does. They understand. And sometimes understanding or linking with a coach or a mentor is getting deep within yourself, because most people, if you don't know yourself or uncover who you are, it's very hard to actually move forward. So digging deep, unearthing yourself, getting out what you really are, honesty of who you are. All right, those are very important things that you want to get to the forefront so you can see it and you know how to what, how to address it. And so that way, so that way, knowing yourself, you'll be able to get to know who your audience is. All right, very, very important. And so, looking at what, stack and grow. All right, now we're going to stack it up and we're going to grow, stack and grow. All right, it's really building wealth one layer at a time. That's what it really is. It's not an overnight thing, and believe me, I've been the way I was where I was told that you can make it happen within X amount of time, and the narrative was that, you know what, let's go, let's go, let's go, and you hear these testimonials how this person made X amount of money in 2 weeks and 2 days and 1 month, and it made it even more anxious, and it didn't help at all. And when you didn't meet those goals, then you felt like you again it was a failure. All right, so building wealth is not about a quick wins, quick fix, overnight success. It's about stacking experiences and lessons and strategies, right? And that's over time. I learned this the hard way through many of my failures, right? And trial and error, of course. All right. It took a coach to help me to see that I was actually in research mode. It took a coach to show me that really wasn't that bad. You were in research mode, trying this, touching that, messing with this, trying that. All right. I mean, part of my even experience that I've had was I became much more interpersonal. I became much more verbal. I became much more confident. I wasn't afraid of rejection. Many people, sad to say, because they don't know themselves, they fear no's, they fear rejection. And so they don't even make the effort to realize that, hey, it's not what it is. They sometimes assume that they're going to be rejected, and they what? They short circuit themselves, all right? And don't go for the next level. I was exploring and testing new ideas. That's what I was doing. Platforms, methods. All right. This phase gave me what? It gave me first-hand knowledge. It gave me first-hand knowledge, right? That no book, no course could provide. No way could do that. Life and experience gave me that. Now I have clarity. Yes, I have clarity. I understand how to put the right pieces in place strategically. This approach brings what? Effective results and moves me closer to the next level. Right? Now, there are some things that you want to consider in this process, right? There's some things that you want to kind of make sure you kind of have under your belt. Keep track of these, right? You want to what? Document your experiments. Now, I've had a lot of business cards over the last things I've tried. I think everything I tried, I had a business card for it. So think about the cost, right? Everything I've tried, I bought business cards. Sometimes they had like what you call like telephone operating systems, right? Where you get a toll free number. You have to link it to a particular system where the person may get a feedback or answer back. I had to do a system where you had to call it email marketing. You had to do all the responders where the person would reach out to you and they get a response, or maybe lead chapter pages. I mean, the list goes on. Bulk emailing, right? Email marketing. I attempted those things. Wasn't very effective at all because I'm not a very techie person. What the heck am I doing in the techie world? And I'm not techie. What I should have done was locate someone in that area, and that would have provided me the leverage I need to get to my destination. But here am I fiddling and fiddling and fiddling. But now I know that many people don't want to fiddle. So I got the answer for you. Many of you don't want to spend time trading time for money. The answer is here. Many of you don't want to deal with rejection. The answer is here. Many of you just want to what? Have a system that works for you. The answer is here. That's the beauty. When I look at when I was in school and I looked at some of the subjects I took, and I did biology, right? I didn't go to do all the research. Someone did and put it in a book. And now I can go and get information from there. That's how it worked. Archaeologists, they're folks who spend years studying rocks, their entire lives studying rocks. And guess what happened? I don't have to go to study rocks to find out how it works and what it is and what it does and what it doesn't do. I garner from their studies, from their research, from their creativity, all right, and what they have put together. So that's how I look at it. So of course, say document your experiences, all right. So don't despise it. Don't say, well, it doesn't mean anything because you might have failed. Second thing you want to do is learn from failures. The gentleman who created a light. Didn't happen in the first try. I heard, and I don't know if it's true or not. It was the 1,000th time when he won. So the 999 times was only a lesson of him what not to do until he got to the one thing that he had to do to get light. So when you're failing or think you're failing, you're only learning what you're not to do something different. All right. The third thing is seek guidance. Goes back again to coaching, mentorship, educating yourself, open mindedness, right? Being open. And it's funny because many people now are more open now because of circumstances. Maybe they they fear job loss, maybe they fear being laid off, right? And so folks are thinking, what's out there? What can I do? What else can work? Can really provide that income that I can even supplement something significant or even completely replace my income or double my income. It's funny because the Bible said money answered all things. I don't worship money. I hope you don't. It's only a tool like anything else, right? And we are here, what? To master it. But if we don't have it, hmm, come on, folks. You know the feeling of when you bills not paid. And when you want to make that payment, then you have to tell the bill collector, give me 2 more weeks. Or you may say, you know what? Let me rob Peter to pay Paul. Or you may say, tell him I'm not home. Tell the kid not home. Have the kids lying on you because you can't pay your bills. Come on, folks. It's crazy out there. All right. But the good thing is that there are means and there are ways. Are you open to check it out? Let's look at number 4. Build gradually. So there are systems where you can get yourself locked in. It gets wrapped in over time. 1, 2, 3 years. It goes by this fast. It goes by this fast. The life can change dramatically, drastically. All right. So we got those 4 things. We have document your your experiments. Know that you know that know that you know what they are. Learn from failures. All right. Seek guidance. Build gradually. All right. It won't be overnight. Wealth and success grow layer by layer and not a quick fix, not an overnight. No, it doesn't work that way. So this mindset shift helped me. What if it turned confusion and frustration into a clear path forward? That's what it did. Opposed to breaking me, it built me. It didn't break me, it built me, propelled me. So I can say with confidence that what I put together here is going to touch a lot of people, I believe. And I just can't wait to hear the testimonials and the great news because, there's no saying, quote by Zig Ziglar. I'm paraphrasing a little bit here, but it said, if you want what you want, you have to help enough people to get what they want. And in that case, you get what you want. So be willing to help as many as possible. All right. There are many things out there that people do, many programs that people go a solo kind of way, and they do okay. They're built for that. Some get into crypto, some get into investment stocks and real estates, and it's like a solo thing, and they go and do very, very well. But I'm not that kind of person. I have a heart to help as many as I possibly can. I'm a mass-minded person. Oh, it's a new line. I'm a mass-minded man. Oh, that's kind of cool. Yeah, I want to reach the mass. Right, the little guy on the countryside who never thought was possible. That lady or the gentleman who may say, I'm 40, 50, 60, 70. I don't know about this techie age. It's long gone and past me. I'm saying, no, 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 no. You're up in there because I'm up in there and I got you. You can do this because of what it is. All right. Okay. So check it out. Your circle, your, your currency. That's a very important thing. Your circle, don't underestimate your circle. It is, oh my goodness, so important. Your circle, I'm telling you, man, I learned the hard way. Um, it's often said that the 5 people you spend the most time with have a huge impact on your success. The 5 people you spend the most time with have a tremendous impact on your success. I've seen many freedom chasers give up. Why? Because the support they expected from what? Their friends, their family didn't come true. They're like, wait a minute, I'm giving up those people I know all these years, they were with me, my brother, my sister, my cousin. They didn't buy my stuff, they didn't take what I have, and they give up. Think about people like Michael Jordan, man, or people like Michael Jackson, really big names. You think they'd rely on just their small circle of family and friends? They would have been that big. Strangers made those people rich, man. Strange people they didn't know made them rich. So what you need is out there in the world. The world has the people, it has the wealth, it has everything. It's already there. We don't need more of it. We just need to know how to harness it. During the years of the gold rush, if you know that story, many years ago, during the gold rush, the one who made most of the money is the one who made the tools to harness the gold. Hmm. So people are rushing to get gold with what? With your hands? No. You need some tool, right? So the person says, I'm gonna create some tools. They don't need the tools to dig for the gold. He became the rich guy. The point is that having the right people around you is critical. Um, think about this. Think about this. Although it's a tough reality, it also highlights the importance of choosing your circle wisely. It really does. All right. Your circle, it should what? Encourage your growth. To encourage your growth. It's a challenge your thinking. You don't want a yes crowd around you. Everything yes, yes, yes. They just think outside the box. You know, they can't let you go further because they're busy trying to please you. You don't want that kind of circle. Or somebody say no, or that don't sound right. If you come to someone and maybe have a complaint or something bothered you, right? And you're not complaining, you're griping, or you're just maybe just letting off, or you just maybe trying to make a point across. A person who wants to help you will say, what did you do? What role did you play in the matter? I mean, I get that you're upset, but come on here now. How are we going to grow if it's just about you? That's someone you need as well. So, understanding those dynamics and you want to grow, then you want to consider those things, right? Someone to support your goals. Yeah, I give a funny story about that one because some years ago when I graduated from college and I posted my picture, and a few people responded, all right, and then a lot of people came and responded, and it felt real nice. And then when my son graduated and my daughter graduated from high school, oh man, a lot of folks just and they just flood me with, oh, congratulations, graduation. Oh my God, it's great. I mean, Mike is graduating, Dick is graduating. It's all one big happy family, right? Sounds good, right? Now, I posted my book online. Now, you don't write a book every day. A book is a pretty interesting challenge, from start to finish. And I posted a book. It was like cricket, cricket, cricket. It was like where the folks saying, "Hey, man, it's a great milestone. That's something that's a pretty cool thing." Almost like no response. I'm thinking that's interesting. I had two Facebook account, and I'll be honest with you. On my first episode here on Next Level with Keith, I deleted that account. Yes, I did. I didn't think twice. Get rid of it and let me start on my whole new other channel and see what happens here. I want freedom chasers, people who are serious. All right. Like I said, you gotta grow or go. I'm not here as a one-man band. I'm a part of a team. I'm a part of a network where support is phenomenal. Phenomenal. And these days, especially if you're black and brown, I would highly encourage you that, we're not considered to be top of the barrel. You know, we're not considered as much as I think we should. We're not given the credit for what we do. The invention that we made, the styles we bring, the fashion we bring about. We're not being credited enough for those things. We need to get together as much as we can and network, support each other more. We need to. All right. You shouldn't wait until there's disaster. All right. A lot of us here in America now are thinking, we'll have to leave this country someday. People are thinking those things. Would have to leave someday. I mean, what seemed like it was safe, and that's life. So I say, God always gives us a way and methods and means. We can't go and say, I had nothing, I had no means or ways. We just probably didn't think hard enough or open ourselves enough or trust each other enough. All right. And so that's important to understand. Now, let's talk about circle your currency. All right. Talk about your circle your currency. All right. Now, that's what that is. It's important to have the right circle. Yes, it is. Now, um, mobile money moves. Yeah, mobile money moves. We know that we're in an age now where if you have Wi-Fi on a smart device, you have no excuse. All right, you have smart device, and a lot of us have smart devices. We have a smartphone. We have a smart pad. We have a smart computer. A smart watch. We have it all. We have little to no excuse. All right, it's money on the go. It's the earning on the go. It means you're not limited to uh, a, a, a office space or your room space. All right, it's there, but do you know about it? Well, I went digging and I found some things that you can have it at your fingertips. I went digging like a little digger, right? I had my little thing. I'm digging. Oh, that's it right there. And I found some real cool things. I hope that you will discover it as well. All right. And so again, thanks to my trials, my mistakes, my errors, all right, I now understand what programs, all right, what programs and platforms truly work for earning money on the go. When I say go, 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 you could be on the beach, you could be traveling in a bus, in a park, you do on vacation, whatever. You just wake up in the morning and be like, hey, it's growing, it's going, and you're not stressed. All right, you're not stressed. That's a good thing. I mean, that's an amazing feeling to have. All right. So many freedom chasers, all right, they, they want flexibility, all right, ways to generate income without complicated setups, huge upfront costs. Who wants that? I don't. I mean, I've been there, done that. I've paid a lot to start a company, and just wasn't. Found out later on it wasn't for me. Lost that money. So now we're talking small, baby steps startups. Nothing that's gonna break your pocket. A cup of coffee a day, a meal, simple and effective. That's very, very, very important. All right. And so therefore, that's a mass appeal again. All right. So, there are many methods and many people who choose different pathways, and I know folks who into big ticket items. So they sell one or two, like a jet plane, and they're good for life. They sell a big mansion, a big, real estate building, and they're good. Big item, big ticket items. Most of us are not in that area. We're not in that arena. We just average, everyday people trying to make it happen for ourselves and our families. All right. And so you want to be very conservative, all right, and pretty safe, all right? There's risk in everything, right? But small risk, and that may grow into bigger steps as you grow and secure a certain ongoing residual income. So that's why I'm big on having a platform as such where folks can come. It's like a one-stop shop, right? You click around and the different hubs, you can check out, you can join, be a part of it and that kind of thing, and get to explore and see what works for you, what aligns with you, what feels good to you, what feels like, hey, I'm passionate about this. All right. Um, we got hubs that you protect your family with. We got hubs that you deal with um, getting trainings and tools and that kind of thing. And it's pretty cool. So choose platform with a proven track record. That's what I do. Right. I avoid the hype, this kind of, fanfare stuff. Um, it's about consistent results. That's what we look for. All right. We start small, right? We test with minimal investment, like I said, low risk. All right. And use your skills. We find opportunities that match what you already know and want to learn. Easy ABC stuff. All right. We stay consistent, small, right? And we build and grow over time. So these mobile money moves are designed what? To be accessible and practical, helping you build income, a lot of income streams that support your financial freedom journey. All right, you can see, all kind of different ways you can plug in, get in the system, and definitely make it happen. So moving forward with adaptability, all right, as I started with, adaptability again is the key. All right. So what adaptability really means embracing change. All right. We're embracing change and uncertainty as a part of your growth. That's what you're doing. You're embracing something. You're not shying away from it. You're not saying, hey, you've been you're not letting fear dominate you. You're saying, I'm embracing it. When you rethink your thinking, all right, you build wealth step by step. Choose your circle carefully and find practical ways to earn. You position yourself to reach the next level. That's what you're going to do. Remember this, right? Remember this. Feeling stuck or like you're failing often means you're in a research. That's what it means. When you feel stuck, like you're failing, you're in a research. You're in research mode. All right. You are gathering the knowledge and experience that you need. All right. And guess what? This will help you to move forward with confidence. All right. So what? Take the next step. Take the next step by reflecting what? On your mindset. Evaluate your circle, right? And explore new ways to grow. We have it here. Your journey to freedom and financial independence depends on your ability to adapt and keep moving forward. And the good thing about all of this is that you have folks here to support you, guide you, mentor you, and give you the tools that you need to succeed. Thank you for being here with me. Hope you had a great time. Hope you got some nuggets. And I hope that you will just utilize these things. You'll dive in and see the beauty of community, all right, connectedness, and seeing individual with good and great skill sets who can help you take you to the next journey. Again, my name is Keith here on the next level. And I'm excited and I'm looking forward to see you on episode 2. God bless and have a wonderful night.
If today's episode spoke to you, it's because you're ready. Ready for your money to work for you. Ready for practical steps, not just motivation. Ready for faith-led financial freedom. Ready to build stability, peace, and confidence for your family. You're not alone on this journey. The Next Level isn't just a podcast. It's a movement toward freedom, one episode at a time. Stay connected. Listen anytime at podcast.keithmerritt.com. Explore the Next Level Movement Hub. Subscribe on YouTube at Keith Merritt. Like, share, comment. Your engagement helps this message reach more families. Take your next step. Visit keithmerritt.com/impact/the next level. Subscribe for the latest blog from the Freedom Resource Hub. And join the Next Level Resource Network. Choose the hub that fits your journey. Music and speaking, family protection, digital learning, passive income, or Keith's book and reading hub. Press play. Take action. Your next level is calling.